Hello guys, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully worked on our pagination. Now, if you click on the post title, it will take you to the details page. Now, in the details page, we want to work on our comment section. Now, in our comment section, if you input a comment now, the admin at the back end will have to approve the comment for the comment to be visible here. Now, the first thing we want to do is we're going to create our controller, our model, table for the comment section. So let's do that. You go to your command prompt here. You have to remember how to create your controller. That'll be PHP. And make controller. We're creating our controller in our backend. So backend slash the name of the controller we want to make. Right. Click enter. So we've successfully created our comment controller. So now what we want to create is we want to create the model and the migration table. That'll be PHP. We'll be creating it together. Make model. The name of the model is what? And I'm creating a migration table with it. So you click enter. So now as you can see, we successfully create our model, which is comment.php, and also our migration table, which is a comments table. Now let's check it out in our VS Code. Now as you can see the controller here, we created our controller here. Let's make this part this. Let me do this. So now inside our comments controller, let's copy some of the things from our blog post code, which we will be using. Start comments controller, paste it. So now also inside our model, we're going to make it protected guarded. Done this in other model, so you just copy this inside our comments model, make it guarded. And also now we want to create our table inside our database, inside our migration table. This is our migration table for the comments. So we want to create our table here. So let's pick a reference. Let's pick. So inside our comments table, what are we going to be needing? I'm going to be needing our to come to the browser. We'll be needing the user ID here because when user wants to comment, we need to input his name and email. Once he's logged in, his name and email will be visible. So we need the user ID. We also need this particular post ID. Let's do that. So the first thing we need is user ID to be into user, and it will be a value of integer, not string. So the next one is the post ID. The post underscore ID will also be a type of integer. The next thing we need is we need the message, need a message field. That'll be message, be a type of text. Also, after message, we will need our status. That means once you make a comment, status should be default 0. So, but when the admin has approved it, that means it will now show 1. That means it will be. Now, once we type in our status here, we'll make the default value be 0. Now that will be a type of string status, and the value will be as the default value. Default value will be 0. So these are what we need to do. Now let's save all and migrate. Save all. Let's migrate it. PHP and migrate. As you can see, we've migrated the comments table successfully. And let's check it out. We'll go to your localhost database, refresh the page. We should have additional table here, which is now we have to provide our user ID, the post ID, the message, and the status. Whatever comment is made from the front end, the status will be 0 until when admin approve it, it will change to 1 and it will now be visible in the comment section. So now if we go to our VS Code, what's the next thing we want to do? We have to load this comment controller inside our web.php. Now let's load it up here. Comment controller is located in our backend. See, a comment controller is located in our backend. We change this to comments. So now if we go to our details page where the comments is located, that will be in your front end inside your blog, that is blog details blade. So you come down to where the comment is located. Okay, this is where the comment field is located, and this is your form. This is your name section, your email address, your website, the message. You can see it in the browser here. So now the only thing we need is this message box. We don't need the name, email, or website. Because if you are logged in, that means your name and email will be automatically visible. Now let's remove those three. Don't need the name, email, and now let's save or fresh. So now what we want to do here is that if you are not logged in, it will display a message that please log in to be able to comment. But if you are logged in, it should display this box. How do we do that? We've done similar things for our header. You are logged in, this one, if you are not logged in, log in and register to show. But if you are logged in, dashboard and log out should show. So it's the same thing we'll be doing here. So if you are not logged in, to show a message here, please log in to drop a comment. But if you are logged in, it should show the box here. Now let's do that. In our comments part here, we're actually going to write the condition here. That will be the condition will be at what come down else. Then you end the alt. And so now if you are logged in, if it has checked, if you are logged in, to display this form, you copy it. Cut it. If you are logged in, it should display this form. Else, if you are not logged in, it should display X. That means we'll be using our p tag. That will be p tag. Into the p tag, that will be please Please, we'll be using the href, that is link of the href, and please log in and close the tag here. Please log in to add comments. So now inside this login link here, we're going to add the default login route, which is login. That'll be route. So into route, default login route name is login. So before we save on and check if this works, make sure you put your at here. So that will be at alt. Check if you are logged in. Display this if you are logged in. Else, if you are not logged in, at else display please log in to add a comment. You end the alt. And let's check this out. Save all. Inside your browser, you see we are not logged in, so it should display please log in to. Let's refresh this. So we refreshed it. Let's check it out. You can see we are not logged in. It displays please log in, add a comment. Now let's log in and see. That'll be Ari. So now we are logged in. Let's go to the home page. Inside the home page, click on post title. As you can see, now that we are logged in, the message box is, or if we log out, the message box will display please log in to add a comment. So now that we have confirmed that that function works, and let's move on to the next thing. So now what we want to do now is that in our database, the comments table, we want to be able to insert the user ID, post ID, and message for the database now. So now, how do we do that? We'll come up inside our form. So in our form here, we are going to add an input field, display the post ID. So now remember that we've gotten everything from the post from the blog post table using this variable, blog variable. Hope you remember our blog post controller. We got everything using the blog post variable here. We got everything from our blog post table using this blog variable here. We pass it into our blog details page. So now we are in our blog details page. So now we use the blog variable to display this particular blog post ID. Remember we need the blog post ID. Now let's display the blog post ID. So now inside, after the form tag, to display the post ID, you take input field, and the type will be type will be hidden. And also the requested name, I'm going to name it as the same as the field name in our database, user ID. That will be post. Now our value will be inside curly braces. So we'll take the block variable, get our ID. So now we've gotten this particular post ID. So now what else do we want to get? We also want to get the user ID. So now to get the user ID, we have to write some condition up here to actually get the user ID to avoid error. So we'll take our PHP block here. So inside our PHP block, we're going to be using the if condition. That'll be if. Into the if condition, we are going to actually first check if you are logged in. So if you are not logged in, you the your inside the if condition, we are going to actually first check if you are logged in. So we'll be using the alt function. That'll be alt and check. We've used this check when we are working on our password previously. To check. So inside the if function, we'll take a variable ID. So inside the ID, we take our authentication. Then we will now get the authenticated user ID. That is a particular user that is logged in. Get the ID. So now we've gotten the ID, we'll take another variable, user data. The user data will be equals to the user model name. Model name for user is user. Now, so for now, we can't just write the user directly. We have to link it. So that will be app. Inside the app, the model is located after the app, our model. That will be app model, then backslash the user. Then we'll find the ID. Now we've used this data now. Get the particular user that is logged in ID using we've gotten the authenticated user ID using this variable. So now we use this data to get all the details of the user that is logged in. So we took the authenticated user ID and we use this variable to get all the details of the particular user using the ID. So now after we've gotten the user, so once you check if you are logged in, it will get all this. But if you are not logged in, that will be else. If you are not logged in, this your user data now, it should be equals to null. You copy it. User data should be equals to null. That is all. You can actually get the user data ID and all the user details without using all this condition. But if you don't use this condition, you just get the user data details straight up. Once you are logged in, you won't get error. But once you are not logged in, you are going to get error that the ID cannot be null. Now let's move forward. You understand? Move forward. So now after we've done that, we are now going to get the user data ID. Make the user ID. Now we've gotten the post ID. Now I want to get the user ID. That will be also be input. Inside our input, it will be hidden. So the name will be user ID. Also the value will be user data ID. And into this curly braces, we've gotten all the details of the user using this variable. We'll take it and we'll get the ID. That'll be ID. Now we've gotten the post ID and the user ID. Now let's check it out. Let me change this to text so you see it. Text. So now before you save on and check what you've done, don't forget to add your semicolon here. Now let's save all and let's check it out. So you go to your browser, you reload. After reloading, you can see we have 1 and 2. It's not supposed to show together. Okay, I did not close this bar here. So let's save or reload again. So as you can see, this is 12. That is the post ID is 12 and the user ID is 3. So let's check it out. Post ID 12, user ID 3. In your database, if you go to your user, I logged in as Ari. Let's check the ID. Okay, I logged in as Ari. The ID is 3. If you go to your blog post, ID is 12. As you can see, the ID is 12. Here's what you should do. Here's what you should do. So now we've gotten the post ID and the user ID. So now let's impute the data into our database. Change this back to Eden. So to impute the data into our database, inside our form here, we are going to create our route and we are going to put the method name as post. Method name will actually be post. Now let's do that. So the method name for this is post. Let's check the button also. The button should be a submit type. So now let's copy this. Let's paste here. So we'll change this name to button. The button should be a submit type. Let's continue with our form. Inside our form, our method will be post. Then we'll create our route. Then inside our action, we'll create our route inside our action. That will be route. And into the route, the name will name our name route for comments form is or comments or dot comments. So now let's create this in our web.php. We go to our web.php. Inside our web.php, we'll copy this. Paste it below here. It doesn't have any content. Doesn't need any middleware. So all user can have access to this route. We'll delete one. And we are going to replace we are going to replace this controller name to comment controller. Go to your comment controller, you copy this. Web.php, you paste it here. And also our comment route name. Copy this. Paste it. Our comment route name from our blog details page. Route name is store.comment. You copy this inside your web.php, you replace it with store.comment. Then the method name will be store comment. And also the URL also will be store comment. That will be store comment. So this is all we need to do for now. So after doing this, our method will be a post method, of course. So make sure you use the comment up too. We made a mistake in the spelling. So the comment should be used up so you don't get error. So now in our comment controller, we are going to be storing the data using this store method. Comment controller. Inside there, this will be public function. That will be store comments. Inside our comment controller, store comments. This will be end method. Now, if I are using a method of post, we have to pass the request and the dollar request. That will be request, dollar request. So now we want to insert all the data in our database here, our comment database. We want to insert everything inside here. So how do we do that? You do that using the insert function. So now let's load the category here. Let's load the comment method name here. So this will be comment. Okay, so now inside our method name, store comment, to insert the data into our database, we'll take it using the method name, the model name. Take it using the model name comment. Then to insert it, we'll use the insert function. And into this insert function, what field do we want to insert? We want to insert our user ID, post ID, and message. Let's type that user ID. That will be in your single quotes. User ID. So the user ID will be equals to the requested. That will be request. Just to be equals to the requested name. What is the name? Our blog details page for user ID. The name is also user ID. You copy it and you paste in your comment controller. That will be comma. The next one we are using is our post ID. That will be post ID. Requested name is also, and see it's a post ID. Your comment controller, that will also be post ID. What else are we starting to our database? Inserting our message. That will be single quotes message. So the requested name for message. Let's check it out. The requested name for message is. The requested name for message is also message, so you can see it. Your comment controller save it with message. So now for our store, we don't actually need to insert any our status. We don't actually need to insert anything for us, because once you make a comment, it gives you a default zero value. But when the admin approves it, it turns the value to 1. You don't actually have to install anything there. So the next thing we can do is include your created art here. Created art. That will be created. So the created art will equals to carbon then the now function. So that's as simple as that. So now you add your notification. You go to your block controller, run the notification multiple times. You copy it, add your comment controller, you paste the notification here. So now the notification message should be your comment added successfully. Admin will have to approve it. That is all you need to write, and the alert type will be of alert type of success. Now let's run our PHP artisan. Let's save or run our PHP artisan optimize. Now let's try and send a message. Now let's send a comment. Let's just copy this educational purpose. We paste it here. We'll post a comment. Okay, it's showing us page 419, page expired, because we did not add our CSRF token inside your blog page details. After your form area, this is your form. After your form area, add your S. Now you save all. Let's go back. Refresh the page. After you're done refreshing the page, let's post a comment. Paste it. Now let's check it out. Post comment. As you can see, it has sent the comment. It's going to give you a notification here. As you can see the notification here. The comment was added successfully. Admin will have to approve it. Now let's check it in our database. Let's refresh this page. As you can see, it actually sent two comments. The same post to the same with the same user ID. Now we have to comment and the status is 00. If we change it to 1, if admin change it to 1 in the admin panel now, so display in the front end. So in the next video, we'll be working with our admin. Our admin will use what we call switcher to approve the comments. So it's going to show in the comments area, the details page. That is all for now. See you in the next video.